Day 1024. I'm at the beach. Look at that. Just looks like the edge of the earth. So eerie and creepy. Like you've got, there's the world, and there's just the edge of darkness. And then just total darkness out there. It's interesting because I remember I was standing out here and I just had this memory of 2.5 years ago. I think it's been 2.5 years, maybe 3 years ago. Yeah, maybe 3 years ago when I flew out from Denver to Huntington Beach, and to see Araceli, and she moved to the beach, and we were out on the beach, and she was like doing her thing, like meditating or praying or something like that. And I remember walking on the beach, and I had my phone, I was doing a video, and I was like, all right, God, I feel like you want me in California. If you want me here, find me a place to live and find me my people. And went back to Denver, and then packed up my stuff and left a week later. Drove out here and moved out here. Moved into this co-living space in LA, in Venice, and been here ever since. And it's crazy now that I think about it. I said, all right, God, find me a place to stay and find me my people. And I found my people. It's believers. Who would have thought, like standing on the beach? And when I said God, I was talking about the universe, not Jesus, when I said that. And I was like, all right, God, if you want me out here, find me a place to stay and find me my people. And now here I am. And it's just like, I had no idea that I was coming out to LA to give my life to Jesus. No clue. Never would have thought in a million years. And I'm so grateful, so blessed, so ridiculously blessed. It's just amazing. It's just such a blessing that, you know, just being able to talk to my dad for 2 hours about his relationship with Jesus and what he's called to do in this world, and why it's so important that we read the Bible and learn about what we're called to do, and, you know, to hear the life in his voice. And, you know, he's so curious and he had such amazing questions, and it was just like, man, it was such an awesome conversation to have with him. Because I was there when he gave his life to Jesus. Like, I did the prayer with him. I was standing up at the altar. I was on the altar team at church, and he was at the service, and at the end it was like, if you want to give your life to Jesus. And I had my eyes closed and I was praying over everyone, and I opened my eyes and my dad's right there, and he's like, all right, I want to give my life to Jesus. And I got to pray with him and do the prayer with him, and he's in tears, and it was just such an honor. You know, I got to do that with my dad and my mom, which is just like, what a blessing. And to be able to guide him on this journey now is just, it's such an honor. So yeah, an amazing day. Had 2 powerful coaching calls, got to talk to my dad, drove down here, now I'm on the beach just hanging out, and just thinking like where I was 3 years ago and where I am now. It's just like, man, can't even imagine where I'll be in a year from now or 3 years from now. Like, what? There's no point even trying to imagine. Like, there's literally no point, because God moves so much faster than I can even think. His ideas are so much better than anything I can ever fathom. Like, it's just pointless. Pointless. Like, trying to think where I'll be in a year from now is trying to see the edge of that. Like, it's just impossible. You can't see the edge of it. It's just, why even try it? You can't even fathom the edge of the ocean. I can't even fathom where God will have me in a year from now. Like, so, but Jesus says, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow's got enough worries of its own. And so I'm not worried where I'll be in a year from now, 6 months from now, a week from now. Like, I finally, for the first time in my life, can genuinely say that I just live day by day, and not in a bad way or an irresponsible way, but in a way of being peaceful and grounded and connected to God. Like, really not worrying about tomorrow. I used to sit in coffee shops and just plan and plan and plan and plan. And this was just like a month ago, 2 months ago. And just another plan and another plan and another plan. And where I'm going to be in a week from now. And vision boards and just trying to plan my life. And then God just did something. He just shifted something in me. He shifted something in me where it's like, I don't even think about next week. The only time I think about tomorrow is when I look at my calendar before I go to bed, so I know what I'm doing the next day. And it's just like this level of freedom that's like, man, I used to meditate hours a day to have this kind of presence, like hours a day to be able to just focus on today and not worry about tomorrow or next week. And God just gave it to me like in an instant, just like boom. And I don't even remember when it happened exactly. And it's just like, it's so awesome to just be able to be so present. Yeah, I just feel so blessed. So I'm really glad I came out here because I just needed to be in nature. And living in LA, being in that city all day, every day is just, whew. So coming out here, getting my feet in the sand, feeling the breeze, seeing the ocean, hearing the waves, it's just like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit and just hang out with God. Stare off into the nothingness, into the abyss of darkness.